Hi, I'm Gil Volcott. I'm the support upgrade analyst, and I'll be guiding you through this presentation today. I will be talking about the Odoo upgrade team and a little bit about the upgrade process. So let's first talk about the agenda. On the agenda, we will talk about the identity of the team, a few numbers, and then we will talk about the upgrade process and what's going on when you make a request. Um, and when you ask the server to give you back an upgraded database, then we'll talk about a little bit about the intermediate, major, and what's RR, or rolling release. Then we'll have a few discussion about good practices, what I would do if I was a customer and I would like a better customer experience with the upgrade team. And then I conclude with a small conclusion with everything that I said before. So the upgrade team. So first, let's talk about the upgrade team and our identity in a few numbers. So our team is a mix of support functional analysts and developers. We're currently a total of 110 people worldwide, which is not that much when you know that we have 700,000 upgrade requests per year, for a total at the moment of 13,000 tickets. This means that we have only about 2% of requests that are becoming tickets, which, statistically speaking, is roughly the equivalent of people who can nick their elbow. And I'm just made that up. Nobody can nick their elbow. So for comparison, in 2022, we only had 10,000 tickets, so that's a huge increase. We had 40% new projects, and a project is a way for us to keep all your requests, all your tickets in the same space, so we can see better when you start upgrading. Now, let's begin with something more interesting, the functional side. So what's a functional issue? To be honest, I had to ask ChatGPT because I had no idea what I was talking about. And then my incredible colleagues told me that I just needed to explain my day-to-day job, which was pretty easy. So a functional issue is not a problem in the code. It's more an unexpected behavior. So what do we do exactly? We, as functional analysts, try to solve your problem without modifying Odoo's code. We are the first person of contact for your ticket. When you receive your ticket, we will analyze, discuss, and find, if possible, solution to your problems, and even work around if you have one. If you have ones. Not only that, we will also explain the difference between two versions. So, for example, difference would be from 15 to 16, the analytic accounting that changed a lot. Now, let's talk a little bit about the technical side, so for developers. Technical issues are more straightforward. It's only problems that are related to the code. And I asked ChatGPT if there was anything else, and they replied, that's it. There's only problems in the code. I was like, okay, good. So on a more serious note, though, the developer will write upgrade scripts. They will either do generic or specific fix. I will talk about that a little bit later on. They also do bug fixing, which is pretty straightforward. I don't think I need to explain to anyone what's a bug. They will also make sure that your data is moved from one database, from the old database, from your production to the upgraded server, the upgraded database, in a way that's perfect, and to ensure compatibility. They will always rely on standard behavior and make sure that it's as close as possible to that. Paid consultancy is helping partners upgrade their code, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So now let's dive a little bit deeper into the upgrade process and the incredible journey of your upgrade request. So at first, you have your production database, of course. Then from there, you send your request, which will become a duplicate of your database. This duplicate will be sent to our server, and then at one point, you will receive an upgraded request. This can be done as many times as you want. One great thing about it is that A lot of times, as I said, 98% of the time, this will be successful and you will not have any issues. But from time to time, we have problems. Once you have received this database, you can restore it. If you're on Odoo Online, this will be automatic. But if you're on Odoo SH or on-premise, you will probably have to do it manually. Once you've restored your database, you will start the upgrade process, and you will start testing. This test will probably lead to some issues. Not always, but sometimes. So what do you do when you have an issue, when you have a problem in your upgraded database? Well, follow me, I will explain to you a little bit better. So now you've gone to odoo.com/help and selected an issue related to my upgrade. I am testing an upgrade. This will lead to a ticket that will be sent to us, functional analysts. This team will investigate, question, and dispatch your ticket. We will check if everything is correct. This team is me and my colleagues. And from time to time, luckily, we can solve your ticket pretty easily and pretty quickly. And this is the best moment for us, because this ticket is resolved and everybody's happy. You are happy, we are happy, and it's very nice. But unfortunately, so from time to time, your ticket will become what we call a technical ticket. It will be sent to the developers. So my colleague developer will be fixing your issues. No, not like the cat there. They will do more. They will write scripts, as I said. That can be either generics or specific. But they will also, if you have paid maintenance, do the upgrade of your code and make sure everything is perfect for the next version of Odoo. But at the end, it will end in the same way, a new upgrade request. This new upgrade request, you will do the process again, so you will ask a new database again, where fixes will be applied. There, you're going to test them and say if it works or not. When you answer, the ticket is resolved. And this is the best moment for us, because it's really a victory. But now, for those who are not sleeping and not partied too much yesterday, I've talked about two types of fixes. It's generic and specific. This is my next slide. So specific ones are only applied to your database. An example would be when you open an application on your test database and it's not opening. You have a traceback. We will write a fix that will correct that issue. Another thing is generic fixes. There are not selfish. Those will improve the upgrade for everybody. A good example would be in version 16, when version 16 came out, there was a problem with websites. When you open the website in your test database, it was redirecting you to your upgrade, to your production website, which was not the behavior that we wanted. So the R&D upgrade team developed a script, a generic script, that made everything better, and the problem was solved. And as I said, each serve a unique purpose in enhancing your Odoo upgrade experience. So now we're going to talk about Odoo version and why you should upgrade. So there are two types of version, major and intermediate. A major version is pretty straightforward. They are easily identified with a .0 at the end, and we always present that one in Odoo experience. So for this year, it's version 17, but if your math are good, is good. Last year was version 16 and 15 before. An intermediate version, on the other hand, is with a .1, 2, 3, whatever, and will be released every 3 to 4 months. These intermediate versions are really different about major version, because they will allow you to have all the cool new features of Odoo, but they are only available for Odoo Online. Another thing that's really different is the support. For a major version, long-term support is 3 years. But for an intermediate version, it will last as long as the database is needed. So 3 months in general, but sometimes a little bit more. For the hosting compatibility, as I said, intermediate are only for Odoo Online. you cannot have an intermediate version on Odoo SH or on premise. You will only have the access to that on Odoo. Also, one thing that I want to talk about is major version are okay for development, and we will always recommend to do development on those, but not for intermediate version. Mostly because you have what's called rolling release. And I see someone that's asking, what's a rolling release? Well, glad you asked, because it's my next slide. So rolling release is an automatic upgrade that's pop up to the administrator of the database. It's really great for people that don't have any customization. So if you're on Odoo 16.1, you don't have any customization, it's great because it's one click and then you got it. As I said before, when you need to test before you test it, click on it. Just please test because some people will click production and they will have problem afterwards. The rolling release is also a easier way to go to the next major version. So if you're on version 16 and you want to go to 16.1, you will have to go to all the intermediate version before going to the latest version of Odoo. So at the moment we have 16.3. People will receive a pop-up saying, do you want to go to Odoo 17 when the script is available? So, but everything is fine. As I said before, only 2% of the requests are failing and becoming a ticket. So if you're on a rolling release, really everything's fine. You're going to be OK. And in any way, if you have a problem, just go to odoo.com/help and create a ticket for us. Now, these are good practices and a few tips and tricks that I would like to share. So how should you create a ticket? That's a question that comes back a lot for customers. So when you are starting testing, if you find an issue, just go to odoo.com and create a ticket. As I said, only 2% of requests are becoming tickets, so that means that people need to create more tickets. When you want to share details, feel free to share. Everybody has heard something. People say, please stop talking, you're sharing too much. Well, not in the case of the Odoo upgrade team. Share as much as possible. Give us everything you can. Give us screenshots, give us videos, give us everything. But when I say screenshots, please don't just do the traceback. Do the whole database. The user you're using, the application where you're at. We need to see those, because this will help us analyze and see where the problem is quicker. On the other hand, if you have the possibility to do it, screen recording are even better, because we will see from point A to point Z what you have as an issue, which user you're using, and where did you go. We can recreate the problem even faster and say either if it's a functional issue or a technical issue. So here's another thing. We'd like to say this is more likely a thing that we and the upgrade team say is we would like you to aim to upgrade every 2 major versions. Why? Because of the new features, of course, but also because there's better security, stability from version to version. I mean, as Fabien said before, Odoo 17 is 36% faster than Odoo 16, which is a lot. And as from now on, people who have a database on older version have security issues, so it's way better to go to the new one. Also, you will stay supported throughout the years. So if you're on Odoo SH in version 14 or on Odoo 9 version 14, your support will now stop from, I think, yesterday or today, anyway. So if you upgrade to the newest version, you will get 3 years of support, which is pretty good when you think about it. Another question that comes back really a lot is when do we support you? So we will support you when you have an unlimited price subscription. That means if you pay a subscription to Odoo, we will help you. It will start from the moment you create a ticket to the day you go to production. We will help you guide you to the upgrade and say, hey, you have an issue, we can help you, we will find a problem and solve it. That means that even if you are on V8, well, I, I hope you're not on V8, but anyway, if you're on V8, we can help you upgrade to V16 or V17. And are you not sure about the changes? Just go to odoo.com/help and follow the tickets, and we'll help you anyway. I have a small conclusion at the end. It's a recap of everything. So you should aim to upgrade every 2 versions. If you find an issue during testing, please create a ticket. Go to odoo.com/help and select an issue related to my upgrade. As I said, make your ticket fancy. The more details, the better. Share, give us screenshots, give us videos, everything you need. We will help you as best as we can. Are you looking for developments? Then major version is the way to go. You're not sure, and you're on Audio Online, you want all the cool new features like 16.3 and the milk, well, go to intermediate version. And you're not sure, we'll help you anyway. And you can come with us at the booth. We have a booth in Palais 10, I think. Just come and ask us questions. And lastly, I will finish with a small quote from our beloved Fabien Pincard. Upgrade. We try not to break everything, but we try to move forward. Thank you. Here's a pad for the Q&A. If you have question, please feel free to ask. All right, that's fine. So I don't have any interviewer for the Q&A, so I will do it myself. All right, let me check. All right. All right, first question is why the scripts are not available since when an Odoo version is released. I'm not sure I understand the question, but if you can rephrase or ask the question at the booth, that would be great. There you go. Someone answered the question for me. Thank you. Why does Odoo let its customer do the testing when upgrading SaaS? Well, we will let you we will let you test your upgrade because if you have issues, you will have to solve them. You don't want to have a production database where everything is broken, where all your reports are broken, where you have tracebacks, where you cannot send emails, and so when you create an upgrade issue ticket, we will handle it. And if you have a post-upgrade issue, this will be handled by the support. So it's not the same team that handled those post-upgraded tickets. Any suggestion for migrating custom modules and when changing several versions at once? For that question, I will redirect you to the booth because it's quite technical a question, and it takes a lot of time. And when changing several versions at once? Well, the best way, as I said, is upgrade every 2 versions if you can. But if you cannot, well, you will have to try your best. I'm a business analyst. How can I help you make your work easier? Well, this question is more for Odoo people, but if you're a business analyst, if you want to help us more, if your customer is creating a ticket, I would suggest if you have some charts where the flows are, you could probably provide them to us so we can see where the flows are, what we can do about it, and how to help them way better. What about if I haven't enterprise and I'm using community? If you don't have an enterprise code, we will not help you for the upgrade. You will have to buy a subscription code. Does upgrade support custom Odoo Studio? So Studio is supported by our service level agreement, meaning that if you have Studio customization, we will set them back in your upgraded version. So when you are testing and you see that studio is not there anymore, your studio fields are not there, we will simply make a script, a specific script for you, and we will apply it to your database. Why the migration scripts are not public so that they can be improved by the community? Well, I think it's a desire from Fabien to not share them, but I think there was discussion about it, but I don't have any more information. You're welcome at the booth to ask us the question. My colleagues will help you out. How much support is available for a company that has made many customizations? So one thing that we do in the upgrade team will be testing your problems. So if you say, oh, I have a problem with admin rights, we will test it. We'll first test it in your database, see if the problem is back or not. Then once we have tested it, we will try on a run bot. We'll see if this is related to your custom code or not. And if we find out that it's your custom code that poses problem, then this will not be supported by the upgrade team. We upgrade the custom code. Well, depending. If you pay maintenance, we will upgrade your code. But if not, you will have to upgrade it, or your partner. So that's it. I'm not sure I understand the question. Or big part of Odoo SH installation upgrade every version. Can you reformulate if you can, please? The specific week could be shared with the partner customer. Oh, my pad just went blank. Did someone erase everything? Oh, same? Okay. I don't know why okay. Why is there no support for Odoo Online? Well, there is. If you have an enterprise subscription, if you're on Odoo Online, we'll support you. Is support available for 5 years, as stated in the keynote? Because you said Odoo Fortune fell out of support yesterday. That's actually, it's 3 years. So if you go to our page, we have a page where everything is set up. You can see that the support is only 3 years. Hmm? Okay. After the upgrade, Studio View should be enabled before creating tickets for Studio View or disabled. So as I said, if you have Studio Views, we will support it. We will help you migrating them to the next version. Yeah, Odoo SH allows the last 5 versions to be hosted. That's correct. But 13 and 14 are not supported anymore. And we just end of life version 12, which is not available on Odoo SH anymore. So next year, in 2024, Odoo 13 will not be supported for Odoo SH. All right. Is there any more question? Studio is creating code. Yeah, that's correct. But anyway, we will support the code that Studio is creating, even if it's automated actions. As a partner, why should I? Oh. Wait, because I've. As a partner, why should I tell my client to consider upgrading Odoo? Well, as I said, upgrading will give you improvements, whether it's from security or even for performance. Fabien told us that Odoo 17 is 36% faster than Odoo 16. So you should probably think about it and tell your client to upgrade as fast as possible. And as I said before, we will help you guide to the upgrade, even if you are a partner. If you open a ticket, we will find a solution if you can, and we will guide you to the resolution of it. Or is the best way to upgrade websites? Well, website is also supported by Odoo Enterprise. So if you have a broken website, when you upgrade, we will make it as back as well as fast as possible.